All right.
Turn my phone on. How you doing? Welcome. This is Scoot of the Truth, President of the Said Money Commission. Welcome to Take It to the Streets. Rucking. I'd like to let my guest introduce himself today.
All right, my name is Clarence Jordan. I'm owner of Daddy Vic's Soul Food on Cane Run Road, 4444 Cane Run Road. Me and my wife, Monique, should be joining us in and out, so welcome to be here. Glad to be here.
Yeah,
Y'all welcome into my casa.
Right. I know they can't smell it on the cameras, but it surely smell good in here,
I appreciate it, man. Today, on our Wednesdays, we always have our living onions, smothered pork chops, Salisbury steak, buffalo wings, and lemon pepper wings. And we got our fried chicken and fried fish.
Yeah. Home cooking, soul food, soul food. It ain't. There's plenty of soul food. I feel like it's a few soul food more restaurants that's popping up more than we used to have. But for a while, we didn't have pretty much nothing but Big Mamas and Franco's, and but I love to see where you at with it. You know what I'm saying? We right here on Cane Run Road. If y'all ain't never seen, perfect spot. To come get you some good food. You right off the expressway, just in case you ain't, if you don't know. But how long you been cooking?
I've been cooking since I was young. My granddaddy, my mama, kind of got us going. Of course, grew up in a single parent home, so you kind of got fend for yourself. Me and my older siblings, and just tricks of the trade here and there. You just pick up stuff as you go along, and then I guess as you get older, you kind of perfect it. My wife kind of got the same story. I think her mother used to be one of the chefs down at the Silback. So you pick a little bit from her, pick a little bit from her, and then you kind of say, well, I'm going to do it like this. And as it becomes our recipe, and we merged together. When we got together, we both knew how to cook, so it just made sense.
Right. You feel like it's best blended, with y'all cooking blended,
Oh yeah, it's got to be, because certain stuff that I do, certain stuff she do, and then certain stuff we can both do together. Some of her stuff I can do.
Right.
Some of the stuff that I do, she can do, because you got to have it like that for the nature of the business.
Right.
But when it comes to really laying it down, she got some stuff she really lays it down with. I got some stuff I really lay it down with. And if one of us are absent, then the other person can step back in, take over what needs to be done. But we try to stay in our lanes most of the time, so that's kind of like how we function as far as our duties go around here.
Right. So, give me your hours before I get into it.
Well, we open Wednesday through Friday, 11:30 to 7. On the weekends, we open up at 12:30. On Saturday, we close at 7, and on Sunday, we close at 6.
Right. So it's prime time hours.
Well, we try to catch some lunch for people who's on lunch break or whatever, and we also try to get you a little food in before you get ready to head home if you want to stop and eat in, or if you want to take it to go. We do carry-out delivery. We do dine-in. As a matter of fact, we welcome dine-in. We just want you to experience our environment that we got going here. And also, if you ain't able to get out at all, you got DoorDash. I know the weather's getting bad or whatnot, so some people might want to get DoorDash. So Daddy Vic's is on DoorDash. A pretty nice range and pretty nice radius. So we got updated pictures on there also of our food. So feel free to get on there, order DoorDash, and we'll get you together.
Right. Yeah. Me personally, I DoorDash myself just on spare time. Just from a business aspect. With the restaurant, how you feel like every restaurant needs DoorDash or some type of delivery service?
Well, if you got a product that you can get to the customer and it still holds your name as a good product, then yeah, I suggest you do it. I think staffing right now is really important, really a hardship on most businesses, not just restaurant industry, most industries right now. So DoorDash can add an extra piece to the puzzle when you talk about trying to get meals out from people calling in to the restaurant, meals from people in line. Then you got DoorDash on top of that. So it can add another little piece to the puzzle if you don't have the ability out of staff and the capabilities to kind of get it done. But yeah, so anyway, we can serve our customers. We try to find an avenue to do it. But one thing I would say that's kind of disappointing is other companies that you don't deal with, Uber Eats and all these other places, they have mock menus up of ours on the internet, and that's not us. You know, it's not our menu. It's not what we serve. So people come here asking for chili and stuff, say they seen it online and on all these other different sites, and that's just not what we do. So Postmates and all that type of stuff, we deal with DoorDash right now. So
that's great. So who's delivering the food? Where's the food coming from?
They come in here and they ask for the food, and we say, well, it's not us. So then you got a problem that makes it seem like we doing something wrong. And, you know, somebody's coming in and wants some jerk chicken and want to do jerk chicken, and that's an issue that we've already tried to address with them, but for some reason it just don't get taken down. So I just want everybody out there to know that DoorDash is who we deal with as far as our delivery go, and that's kind of how we're gonna keep it as of right now.
Right. Now, how did you come about the name Daddy Vic?
My wife's father, which is my father-in-law at the time, he's passed on. He passed on a few years back, and we was talking to him, and he was a part of our conversation, and we kept talking about we was gonna have a restaurant, and it was actually gonna be called Soul Good Restaurant, spelled S-O-U-L, Soul Good Restaurant, and he had passed away in between us beginning to start the remodel and getting the business together. He had passed away in between that time, so right before we opened, probably a couple months or so before we opened up, my wife had the idea to say, well, somebody mentioned it to her, how about naming it after your father in memorial to him? So she said, well, that sounds good to me. Let me ask my husband, which I told her, that's totally fine with me. So we ended up doing Daddy Vic's soul food, where the food is so good. So we still got to get so good in there. Right. So our motto is where the food is so good, spelled S-O-U-L. And that's kind of how it came about. A lot of my customers come in, hey, what's up, Vic? Hey, man, Vic, how you doing, man? So I guess I'm Vic now from a standpoint of how people see it, but which is fine with me, because it's all about really interacting with the fan base and with the customers and whatever case it might be. So I take one for the team.
Right, that's your brand.
Yeah, that's my brand.
Because as soon as somebody say, hey, Uncle Vic, Uncle Vic, you know, it's easy to, you know, and plus it's catchy. I like the soul food, you know, it's real catchy.
I appreciate you, man.
But, you know, being a black business owner myself, you know, like you said, you had daycares. You've been doing that for longer than you've been doing this. Anything you would like to say to not just young black entrepreneurs, but any young entrepreneurs out here?
Well, I would say as far as you mentioned daycare, we've been in daycare business for going on 18 years this year, me and my wife. It's called the Jordan's Academy of Success. And speaking of my wife, here comes this lovely lady right here.
Hey.
This is the other half of the operation right here.
How you doing?
Fine, how you
It's
doing?
my wife Monique.
There's your mic right there.
Yeah, use that mic right there. Should be already on.
Yes, man.
So it's the other half of the operation right here. So glad to have her come on in. And we just, as far as daycares go, we've been in there almost 18 years, and it's been a joy. It's actually, this building used to actually be one of our daycares. It was called the Jordan's Education Station. And this is the location we decided to gut out. We totally gutted it out. Me, her, my boys, totally gutted it out, renovated it. We wanted to bring that experience here where some real food is on the corner of Cane Run and Shanks Lane, because we sat here for years during lunchtime trying to figure out what we're going to eat around here. You know, all fast food. So we're like, well, this is going to be a spot to where we'll be able to plant our feet and open up something that we can service the community with.
Right. Yeah, because fast food's fast food, and to me, fast food is more poison than it's anything. And like being raised in the village, you know, and the village teaches you cooking's becoming a lost art nowadays. You know,
Yeah.
people's not cooking, they not doing anything, and it's just too easy. Everything's accessible, you know, but just like, you know, it helps for just like y'all, you know, to be able to sell the food and, you know, open up things like this, but it's hurting, you know, y'all have to be able to let them taste it just to see what they missing, you know, and it's so many people, I feel like just missing, you're just missing soul food. Yeah, just sit down, you know, that's why I love, a lot of soul food establishments don't really have somewhere you can sit down, really. Right. You know, you can sit down. It's my first time being here, like I said, since it was the weekend before y'all got before the daycare. And before I leave, I'm sitting there and I'm getting me a beer. You know, I wanted to get into it beforehand, but you know how things be going. But so with feeding people in daycare, like I said, it's just loving. You know, you have to have a loving heart to be able to even do that. You know, so if you was to tell people, you know, just go it, like I try to tell people, go at what you love to do, you know, and get paid for it, you know, and it's not even all about getting paid, but I know y'all enjoy working together.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you said, your boys. Y'all came in here and gutted this, you know. Do y'all kids work with y'all?
Yeah, so, they heard now.
And I love that. That's the family business. That's another lost art, you know. And my mother taught me how to cook. You know, my mother, my granny, you know, my aunties, you know. So therefore, if we could, I've been doing a lot of things for the kids.
Right.
We could set something up. I love to set something up just a little cook, you know, just with the kids, you know, and on the TV now. They got the kids on TV baking off and, you know, trying to win money. And a lot of people don't, you got to give them, now I'm not saying you also got to give them awards, but it also has to look rewarding, you know, and a lot of things out here is false rewards, you know, like people don't look at this and be like, oh, well, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, work with my family, you know, and sell and build our brand, you know, and just like I said, I named my bully brand, I breed bullies. I named that after my brother Dirt. They call him T Dirt. You know what I'm saying? So my dog is Dirt T Bullies, you know. So before I was born to this, that's why I love the name. Just symbolizing something, be able to be there because y'all on y'all way to generational wealth, you know, and I can salute that.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
I salute people who I feel that it's necessary. You got to do what's necessary. Like, this ain't y'all first time doing it. This ain't y'all first business. Like I said, y'all been doing the daycares, I'm saying, but y'all been taking care of people for so long.
But one thing I would say about anybody out there, I know you'd asked me earlier about being a black business owner, or business owner in general. One of the things that we always do is we prepare to own a business. We was just talking not too long ago about to our kids. We had a list on our refrigerator. Man, maybe 200, 300 things on there that had to get crossed off that we had to do just for this business here. And as you go along and do it, you just scratch it off, and it can be something as buy silverware. You know, you just scratch it off. And we got all the way to the end of the list. And it was, you know, the accomplishment out of the feeling that you get when you're able to start from 300 things, and then you end up with a product.
Right.
You know, and anybody, you know, when you look at it and say, well, before we had the restaurant, if you was to say, well, we're going to have a restaurant, it seems like a big thing to attain. But then when you start crossing off the checks, and
it's just important to always set goals, you know, like, and don't expect everything to come so fast. This was 2 years in the making for us to gut this building out and get everything together. Now, if it was our time, then we would have opened it up 5 years ago, you know, but we had to pace ourselves. We had to learn the business. We had to learn what is needed out here, you know, and then just do it from our heart. You know, when you're doing something from your heart, it means something different to you.
Yes,
and when you're in here doing it with your own hands, because we could have outsourced everything, but we want to teach our boys too, you know, you have to work hard to get where you at in life. You know, everything is not given to you. You have to actually get out there and get your hands dirty sometimes.
Exactly.
So it was important for us. So it's just a lot of lessons that we learned and had to teach them in the way to even get a business going, you know. And it's just important. You got to start them young, and then as they get older, they become hard workers. That's taught at a young age.
Yeah, you have to teach that. And with social media messing everything up, social media is just easily just turn everything. They have a false image of everything, you know. So I would have loved to be in here with my mom. You know, I'd have loved to be here just cooking, but you know, I have that. But I'm a mother. My mother had 5 sons, you know, I'm the baby. So, you know, I always know that it was bigger than me. And, you know, but a lot of these kids now, they don't have nothing but social media.
That's it.
So.
And because of that, they have a hard time even communicating with people.
Yes.
So that's why it's important for when they're working with us, so when they do get out in society, they know how to communicate, they know how to have a job interview and, you know, do that type of thing. Because nowadays, they don't even really know how to communicate because everything's through text and social media and stuff like that. So.
Well, if you've been here on any amount of any occasion, you'll see my little cashier up front. Her name is Brooklyn. She's a high school. I think she's 17 or so. Goes to Butler, And she had social anxiety. You know, I put her on the cash register. She had social anxiety. She didn't want to tell nobody, have a seat, or she didn't want to ask them, you know, did you like something to drink or whatever. But now she's a wildflower.
Yeah.
You know, we had to help her get out of that lack of communication. And once you're able to get out of that, you'll be able to see what kind of beautiful person you are. So that's one thing that if you look at a lot of our reviews, you'll see a lot of good customer service on there. We pride ourselves on good customer service, greeting you when you walk in the door, you know, hey, welcome to Daddy Vic's. Because you don't get that. You know, a lot of times you get to somebody's counter and they, hey, how can I help you? You know, it's not that same vibe. And everybody comes in here, we want to feel like they're family. They eating at our table. We sharing a meal with them. And that's what soul food is all about, bringing people together. And that's the statement that we try to put as far as our brand goes, as far as our product goes. Wonderful service and a sense of family is what that's the product that we want to sell.
You can't sell soul food without the main ingredient. Main ingredient, love.
Exactly.
and the whole environment and everything. You know, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Before I even got to sit and talk to you, I felt it just coming in, and you know, you feel that, you know, and that's a required thing that you have to do just to be able to sit down and come eat. Like going over Granny's house. I remember being young, going over Granny's house. It wouldn't matter how many of us sitting on the floor with our plates on the floor. It's a billion of us all around, and we just sitting over there eating. And having the best time of our life.
Food just delicious.
Yeah, just delicious.
And that's funny that you mentioned that because my grandmother just passed away. She actually died on my mother's birthday. Well, her funeral was on my mother's birthday. She died. It was right before Christmas. Right before Christmas, a couple of days before Christmas. And so when you talk about, you know, the influences that you have on you, my grandfather was a huge influence in our life, and she was able to come here a few occasions. She was older in age, but she was able to come here and she would sit down and she would say, if you don't do nothing else, you done it. You know, you made me proud. And that's what it's all about. When you have somebody from that kind of school, old school like that, and they can give their stamp of approval, then, you know, that's what it's all about. And that's thinking about that even now, you know, a sense of somebody saying, well done, good job. You know, we have a business where we serve the community. Both of our businesses serve the community. And that's what we're all about, serving our community, putting out good products for our community. We're not taking away from our community, we're adding to it.
Right. I'm the president of a networking group, you know, and that's all we're doing is just networking together to help each other, you know, just to prosper, you know. We'll sit down and, of course, you know, just to a point of, you know, but that's all I do is just try to network with people, you know. And that's a lot of people, like, pay for networking. And when you are your own, you know, good business is good business. A good handshake, look in the eye, how you doing today, you know, that's business. That's old school business. But just like you said, the old souls patting you on your back, you know, you have a different type of character when them is the people that you feel like you need to. Now, nowadays, those same codes, values, they lost. They, you know.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Yes.
But you know, another thing I would tell you is for the young people that come in here, whether it be young females, young guys, they respectful. You know, they know what we're doing over here. They come in, you know, hey, what's up, Unc? How's it going, Unc, man? Man, you putting it down over here, Unc? You know, whatever case might be. And we treat them with the same kind of respect because everybody's welcome. And, you know, in a family, you got all different kind of people. You got the crazy uncle, you got the crazy cousins. So the same way, you know, as it is here, you know, we learn to deal with them people and really have a good time with them. So we just love the support that we're getting throughout our community, and we're just going to keep going.
I have a question for y'all. With the pandemic crippling a lot of small business, getting business and stuff, how do y'all keep focused and pull y'all way through this?
Well, the blessing is that we have actually done really, really good. God has truly sent us support, and we haven't really felt a crunch. You know, every now and then we have like a little slow couple hours, but before we close, we got to rush to the door. You know, so by the grace of God, it's already paying for itself, and we've been doing really, really well.
And that's one thing I would say to add to is, you know, faith is a good part of it. You take any entrepreneur know you got to have a sense of faith to be able to step out. Yeah. Fear makes you not move, and you got to have that faith to be able to step out. And that's kind of what we raise our kids on. That's what we stand on. We stand on our faith. So we believe that God will send us people from, even if Louisville don't want to support us, it'll be people from Nashville, Indianapolis, everybody. God is going to make a way, and that's just the way we believe, and that's how our faith is ran.
And that's what exactly what's happening. So we're doing great, thank God.
We had people come up from North Carolina, Alabama,
Atlanta, we get a lot of Atlanta.
Minnesota. It's been people come from all across the country say, hey, we heard about y'all. We support soul food. We're looking for some good food. And they come up here in 9. And a lot of times, just like today, we had people come back more than once. You know, I came for lunch, but it was so good, I'm going to come and eat again and give me some dinner.
Yeah, I can feel that because I done came a few times. I don't live too far from here. Yeah, I done came a few times.
We appreciate the support. Thank you so much.
It's all good. When food's good, I love it.
Yeah, and that's what I think we want to make sure that no matter what color you are, what ethnic group you're from, what dynamic of the society you're from, we service everybody here.
That's right.
And everybody is the same. You know, when it all boils down to it, everybody wants a good meal.
Presence is just good. I know you was talking about doing some other things here too. What do you have in mind?
We was talking about we've already had some live music here before. We plan on maybe doing some nights like that. Sometime we have some live music come, whether it be a band or whether it be somebody singing or whatnot. We talked about doing poetry night, spoken word night, however you want to sum it up. Karaoke. We got a little stage. We also recently was talking about doing an art gallery.
For the local artists around the city.
Set up
some. Display some of their art and, you know, auction some out, sell some, you know, that kind of thing.
And just, you know, use our business to be a conduit for other businesses to be able to get their product out. They might not have a lot of traffic coming through where they at. Well, we got traffic coming through the door, so if you can sell a couple pictures here.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one now.
No, we don't take food stamps. Did you?
Yeah, so
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate it.
Shout out to Newburgh.
Thank y'all so
Thank y'all.
much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all for supporting us.
Appreciate it. That's the love.
Hey, can we pull people in for a Super Bowl party in here?
We don't know.
Yeah, you really have to let us know. You got a card?
I'm telling you now.
You can't do it. You got to call me, baby.
Super Bowl, Sunday's hard. Sunday's hard on
Sunday's
us.
a big.
So,
So I gotta take all this business somewhere else?
No, you can still bring them.
yeah, you can always come in and sit down and eat, but I don't know if we're going to be here watching the Super Bowl. We might be on our couch.
What
It
time
depends.
does it come on? Because we close at 6 on Sunday.
Yeah, we close
Okay,
at 6.
We close at 6 on Sunday.
You gotta make an exception.
Call me then.
What up, Dad?
I'll get you one. Yeah, hold on just a second.
Look, we just sitting here talking about it, you know. Super Bowl Sunday, you know, that's Super Bowl Sunday. But a lot of people, you know, they are trying to get food.
Yeah, you can always call in, get an order of food. We do large pans. We cater a lot. We've done funerals. We've done weddings. We've done parties. We just had a party here last week for a 90-year-old lady right here inside our facility. So we got all kind of different options that we can accommodate you with. As far as food go, you can call us in advance, and we can sit down and do a catering order. We can talk over the phone, and you can order whatever. You can get a half pan of food. You can get a whole pan of food. You can get X amount of chicken, fried chicken, or whatever you might want. This past Thanksgiving and some for Christmas, we smoked we deep fried turkeys for people. We'll smoke hams for you. So anything we can do, you know, to put out there, that's what we do. We enjoy it.
Yeah, I wish I would have knew because so many people was asking. They was like, "Man, who's frying turkeys? Who's frying turkeys?" And
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of answers.
Yeah, we fried a lot. You know, you put your order in. We had a time you come pick it up on a certain day. Picked it up. You know, went home and enjoyed it. We got a lot of feedback.
Right.
Everybody love it.
Y'all close at 6. I'm gonna tell everybody get they
On Sundays.
Yeah, on Sunday y'all close at 6. So get y'all Super Bowl order in before
Yeah.
because you want.
Come on over, son. Let me show you. This is one of my boys right here.
Look at it working hard.
Yeah.
Here, you can sit right here.
But
That's my son, Chris. He works all around here, too.
He's the oldest son.
Yeah, he helped us do all this remodeling and messing. And what you got to say about the business, son? Give me the mic.
I just got to say I'm so proud of y'all. Mic drop.
and that's powerful. That's powerful. That's powerful to have your kids proud of you. It's so powerful. So powerful.
They know I get touchy when the kids get involved. So.
Yeah, so don't start crying.
Look.
I don't care how old they are. They still my kids.
Yeah, I swear, I'm the same way. I got an autistic. She be ready to be fat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's this little songbird.
I know she is.
Chris?
His name is Chris.
She just tears me up. Yeah, she tears me up.
Yeah,
man.
I know. It's something about them kids. They pull on your heartstrings.
Oh,
I
yeah.
swear, man.
And autistic kids are some of the best. And let's put that out there, too, because we've been in daycare for years.
Oh, yes.
And those are the ones that pull your heartstrings more than any of them.
I swear, man.
know.
Yeah. 'Cause I done raised so many kids, and but she's just, I don't know, man. She just got me
so
wrapped
special
around
about
all
that
fingers, and she just got me just everywhere. I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just terrible.
I
you know.
understand.
In person, we got 4 boys and a girl.
Yeah, we
And
got
our girl's the oldest, so we've been through all that also. Our youngest now is what? Yeah, that's how you know you got a lot of kids. You be like, how old are they? Our youngest is 13. We got one in middle school, one in high school, and
We'll be done soon. Well, we're never done.
Right.
We'll be empty nesters soon.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna be no time soon.
Nah, it's all right.
that's all right. Hey, it goes just like that.
Yeah, enjoy every moment. You blink and they out your house. So just enjoy it out.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and just giving people hope. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all giving me hope. You know, and I love people to give me hope.
That's
Y'all giving me
right.
hope
That's
on
what
just
it's about.
on yes, because you have to, just like y'all teaching faith. You know, and that's the main thing that you can teach your kids is faith. Have faith in what you're doing. You know, do what you want to do and have faith in it. You know, have faith in doing the right thing. You know, and this is clearly the right thing. These daycares is clearly the right thing. You know, because we all know it's a lot of daycare centers out here that don't need to be open.
Yeah.
You know? And just like you said, my daughter was in a daycare before I got into school. I love the school she's in now, and they take care of her. But the daycare that she went to at first, you know, she needed that extra attention. You know?
She has to have it.
And they didn't even want to give it to her. You know, they was just trying to, you know.
Yeah.
So, but teachers, daycares, coaches, you know, people like that, you have to have it in your heart.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to. You know.
have to.
And then it's like,
And you also got to surround your staff members. Got to be of the same cloth. You know, you can't come and do that business for money.
No.
Because it's impossible.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
have to do it for love. You have to have a genuine love for children, especially in that business. And then in the food business, you have to have a genuine love for food. You know, and to enjoy cooking it because it's a labor of love. You know, like it's not something that's always easy to do or ever easy to do. But when you enjoy what you're doing, it don't feel like work.
And I'll tell you something else that's crazy. We got kids. They're not kids no more. They young adults coming here now. We had them out daycare and they was kids, and they in college. They getting married, you know, and they come here. Hey, Mr. Clarence, the kids nowadays call me Pawpaw, but a lot of them don't have that figure in their life that they, you know, male figure, and to be that male figure in that business is important. That's an important role I play.
Yeah.
And also Monique is being a mama, you know, the mama figure or whatever. You know, she can be a mama for those mamas out there.
right.
Well, they can see what she done, how she done it, as far as raising kids like that, and it's just a blessing to be able to go back and forth over both businesses and kind of still see how things are. Because, like I tell people all the time, daycare is hands-on. We actually touching the community. You actually get to see yourself working a child's life. Working a family's life a lot of times because it ain't just the child, it's the family that comes with it. So you actually get to touch them and work with them directly.
And you actually have to have a love in your heart for them, almost like they're yours. We always ran our daycare like it was our children in there, not clients. These are our babies.
Right,
So when we
exactly.
treat them like our babies, then the parents love us because they know we love their children.
Right.
I mean, there's been times where we've had to take kids home with us. You know, I'm not going to call and have your kids picked up by the authorities. I'm going to take them home. You call me when when you're doing better.
Right.
You know, so we've had to just help families in other ways as well. You know, and I think that's what God expects out of us.
And we had one family that, Mr. Clarence, Mr. Jordan, our water's off. Is there any way you can help us out? Come on, stay over our house. They stayed over our house for a few days so they got themselves together. No sweat off our back. But God puts you in a position to be able to help people. You want to be a channel for blessings and not a terminal. Terminal's at the airport. You don't want to be a terminal. You want to be a channel. You want to let that blessing flow on through. And that's what we try to do. And we encourage somebody else out there to do the same. Because if everybody's doing and blessing people and being a channel for God's blessings,
The
then,
world is big.
man, it's a beautiful world. That's the world that He wanted for us, ain't it?
Man, I swear. That's why I be sitting in nature so much, because that's what's real.
Yeah.
That's what's real, and just to sit back and be able to, a calm mind. Like I sit back so much and just, brainstorm and just sit back and calm my mind, and I try to tell the younger generation, like, you got to be able to calm your mind. You got to be able to sit back, sit back, and you ain't gonna manifest nothing by sitting here dealing with all the extra stuff that y'all got to deal with. I didn't have to deal with that stuff when I was young. I be trying to tell them, like, I got my first phone when I was 16 years old, and it had the snake game on it, and that was about it. No internet, no nothing. And I had people calling back after the first minute because it was free, and I couldn't buy no phone call. I was young.
Well, it was crazy because when I first went to college, I had a pager. And I had one of them phones, rotary phone and rung real loud. So just to see how far we came even since then, it's just amazing.
These kids nowadays they go crazy if they had a pager.
Oh man, my telephone up here. One of the young girls that worked for me, I was telling you about Brooklyn. She I use Call ID. And back then I remember when Call ID came out, it was a little box just set beside your phone back then. And so somebody called our restaurant one day. I said, well, call them back. I guess we might have missed the call. We might have been busy. I said, well, call them back. They should be on the ID. She said, where is that at? How you do that? So it just lets you know a generation, man, just missed some of the stuff that we caught.
Yeah, it's like raising kids now. I remember it was a house phone. There wasn't no cell phones. You had to be on that house phone. And you get off the phone. They're gonna tell you, get off the phone. You're not about to sit on that house phone and do all that talking. So how do y'all feel like that the technology's changing? Technology changing the world. Everybody knows technology changing the world. Do you feel like it's for the better or for the worse?
I think it has its pros and cons. For the better, from a standpoint, change is always good.
Right.
In most cases, change is good. But for the worse, from a standpoint of it's almost becoming a microwave society. Everybody wants everything fast. We want to get rich quick. We want to eat real fast. Everything is just so fast, and just like all the new internets and stuff, everything's so fast. That's how they selling it, fiber and all this little stuff.
Right.
And a lot of times, in real life, you don't get everything fast in real life. So it almost gives them a sense of falsehood because they believe that I can get rich. I ain't gotta go out here and work. But everybody has to start somewhere. My first job was McDonald's. So it's just important that we, as adults, teach our children where we came from, because society wants to teach them the exact opposite.
Right.
And it's okay for them to evolve. Like our kids teach us stuff about social media and stuff like that. I ain't know nothing about no Instagram and all of that. They taught me how to work it,
Right.
but which is good. It's been great for our business and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have to watch out for the predators and stuff that's on there that they are, that have such easy access to my children that wouldn't have had easy access to them years ago.
Right.
Well, another thing is, as far as technology go, it's a sense of, I think we made mention of it earlier, that social anxiety that the generation has. They'll talk to you all day on social media, but then when you say, well, it's the person you've been talking to right here. Hey,
Look.
don't even want to talk. But also, I would encourage everybody to just know your worth. And if you're a parent out there, let your kids know how much they're worth, how beautiful they are, because a lot of them is using their social media as a gauge to say, you know, I need somebody here to tell me how beautiful I am. I put this filter on her because of this. Whatever the case might be, but you who you are, you got something to contribute to this world, and God put you here for a reason.
Right. Yeah. And that's the way I feel. Social media is taking that away from the world.
Kind of sad too.
Yeah, but it's also like, just say if social media and the internet just cut off right now, a lot of people would have to go back to these old values.
Oh, man.
You remember phone numbers? You had to remember your phone numbers. At least 10, 12 phone numbers in your head, you know.
Right.
Your mama say, call Granny, I call, you know, this, I call this, you know. And you'll pick up the phone, you had it in your head. Now you lose your phone,
It's over.
you know, it's like, what am I gonna do?
It probably takes me about a month to know my own phone number by heart, just simply because I'll text somebody. Like, I'm gonna text you, what's your number? I'm gonna text you, and then I just won't know my own phone number. Technology just turned us up. But one thing you can say, like, one thing I can say is I did look pictures, and y'all pictures of food is exactly what it is. You know, it looks good. You know, like McDonald's, they try to throw and they have there's outlet. You know, food is supposed to look like what it's supposed to look like. You know, and that's what makes it look good. You know, you see stuff on commercials with them. You know, and then like even I hate seeing a bunch of the restaurants that be trying to do that to their pictures, and then it's like you can't do that, because regardless, I remember my plate being this big and everything's touching and it's piled up. So therefore, I'm gonna take it like that, you know.
Well, you know, we sit across the street from McDonald's, and they do more business than us. I mean, you can constantly see that line, and that's what people are. You know, people just got that knack for. Like she was talking about microwave society, anything fast, anything is ready now. But I've said before, even we had interviews on the news and whatever, radios and this and that. We touch our food, we peel our potatoes, we peel our sweet potatoes, we chop them all up, we mash our own potatoes, we pick our own greens. You know, you get a cornbread with your meal. You know, you can't beat it. You know, you don't even get a cornbread at McDonald's. So you know, you get that meal here, and
There ain't no Jiffy.
no, ain't no Jiffy. Everything's made from scratch.
Homemade from scratch cornbread. It took me forever to get that recipe down pat, and it's finally down pat.
Right.
I created it out here. So.
That's beautiful. So, when if somebody comes in, what are they supposed to expect as soon as they come in? Because he already told us.
First thing they expect is hospitality. You know, they hit the door and say, "Hey, welcome to Daddy Vic's." You know, they come on down, and most people, the fried cabbage, macaroni and cheese. Almost everybody that comes in here gets the fried cabbage and macaroni and cheese. Almost everybody. Unless they don't eat pork, then they get the green beans and macaroni and cheese. But the macaroni and cheese is definitely a top seller. All the entrees, it's almost like a tie, because you have some people, especially on Sundays, majority men get the pot roast, majority women get the baked chicken and dressing. So, you know, we just kind of know our customers, you know.
Right.
But as far as like our pans of mac and cheese and the fried chicken, the fried fish, you know, like we sell that stuff off the shelf. I mean, we sell out every single day.
Right. What other fishes do you have on the menu?
We have catfish, whitingfish, tilapia, and cod.
I eat them all.
Yeah,
me
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, it's good. Look, I'm getting hungry just because I've been smelling it. I don't know how y'all do it. But I know, just with food service, just working in food service, does it make you feel like just wanting to, you know, just taste the food all day just to make sure?
Yes, it's terrible. I have to taste everything before it leaves the kitchen, because I have to make sure that it's right, you know. So before it leaves the kitchen, I'm tasting it or Clarence is tasting it, and we have to make sure that it's to our palate. You know, we know if it's to our palate, then it's good, you know. But that's very important. And it's so hard, because when you're trying to lose weight and exercise and stuff, it's like you got to take just a little bit. But it's so good that you almost can't have just a little bit. You know, it's like, oh, that corn muffin's so good, just give me a hope. You know, it's just terrible.
Right.
But yeah, we have to test everything that comes out the kitchen. And most of the time we try to take pictures of it, and then we'll post it on social media. And normally when we do it, oh, it's on. People be like, I didn't want this today, and I looked at that social media, and girl, it looks so good, I had to come here, you know. So
Yeah, that's what social media
Yeah,
do.
it
I
does,
swear,
it
you sit
does.
there and be like this and be like, down there, and that's why we came up here. What was that one day trying to see if you was open?
Oh man.
Yeah, just
Oh,
closed.
sorry, y'all.
So hungry, but you know we ain't
We
missing
get that all
y'all
the
today.
time too. But we have been talking about extending our hours, especially like on the weekends. But because we do the majority of everything, sometimes we just be tired, so we're like, let's just go home. But I guess it's close to like when it starts getting warm outside and stuff, like our yard will be open. We'll have the tents and stuff out there, and we'll have a little bit of the nightlife. But we know when you stay open later, you also have to have security.
Right.
You know, because we're just not really with the riffraff and all of that. So sometimes we stay open late and we got our family and stuff in here.
Yeah.
At all costs, we're gonna protect them.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
so it's terrible when you have to even have certain things to protect yourself because you wish that nothing like that would ever occur, but you never know. So we always are making sure that we have enough on us to protect ourselves, just in case anybody gets some ideas.
Right, because that's first things first.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
protect
because
yourself.
our babies is in her, so
Right, yeah.
you know we got to make sure it's good. But we are talking about extending our hours, like on Saturdays, staying open some Saturday nights, maybe
Bella.
Friday nights or something like that. And
We talk about date night at Daddy Vic's.
yeah, doing
Date
date
night,
night.
that is
Doing
it.
date nights,
Yeah.
we'll offer prime ribs, steak, baked potato, salads, stuff like that.
Maybe some lobster or something like that. So
Crab legs.
let us
We
know.
can cook
you
it
know.
all.
Yeah, let us know what you
We
think.
just chose soul food for this, but we can do it all.
We might have to come together on a Valentine's Day thing.
Oh yeah, we had talked about that too.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, because I sure ain't got no plans. I ain't trying to get in trouble.
Right.
It's,
Right. You need me? Okay.
no, it's all good.
And one thing that we want to try to get away from, we're trying to get people to get away from, is the fact that when it's time to go out to eat, you don't have to just go to a big box store like a Old Charlie's or Texas Roadhouse. Come in, sit out here and have a date. Listen to some good music. You know, some old school, eat some food, and just have a ball.
Matter of fact, challenge the viewers. Have them come on out, taste the food, tell us what you think.
Yeah, come on down to Daddy Vic's and taste it. 'Cause I'm gonna taste it, you know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all know, you know. But you gotta taste it.
Yeah.
You got to.
And share it with somebody. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with bringing a date out to a place like this, a soul food place, and man, sit down and just have a good time. And that's what we're about, you know. And that's what, when you really think about soul food, like I said, it brings people together. And that's what we're trying to do, you know. McDonald's and all these type of stores, you know, they got their own niche. People here to go, get it to go, whatever. But to actually sit down and have a good vibe where you at. Get some sweet tea, some lemonade. We make our own sweet tea. We make our own lemonade. We make our own grape Kool-Aid. It's our own recipe, and it's delicious. We got peach cobbler. We got assortment of desserts from cakes. We got, my wife makes a heck of banana pudding. She normally makes that on Sunday because it sells out so quick. So a lot of people get mad at us for not having it after maybe 2 o'clock. I mean, she might make 40 or 50 of them, and they gone out the door as soon as we open up. So, you know, today on our menu, for instance, just to give you a few highlights, or even during the week, today we got some other pork chops, our liver and onions. I think we went through today's menu with the Salisbury steaks and buffalo chicken, lemon pepper chicken. We always have, every day we got green beans, macaroni and cheese, fried cabbage, fried chicken, and fried fish. We got cat whiting and tilapia on a regular basis as far as fried fish, and we cook it to order. On Thursdays, we have a barbecue day, what we consider barbecue day, where we have our barbecue beef brisket, barbecue ribs, we have barbecue baked chicken, and then on Fridays, we consider our soup day. We have our chili, homemade chicken dumplings. We'll go back again with our buffalo wing and lemon pepper wings. That's what a lot of younger crowd likes that. And so we come back, we try to hit you hard. Now on that Saturday, we come back with some real down south cooking. We got that oxtails, we got them shoulder bones, we got meatloaf. And then Sunday, of course, we got our baked chicken and pot roast with our dressing, greens, sweet potatoes, macaroni, fried cabbage, green beans.
Never turn me up,
Like I
man.
said, cornbread all down the line. So, man, we trying to serve it up.
Making your mouth water.
Man, turn me up, man. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, we got. I mean, people come in on their certain days. Sometimes, you know, I got them oxtail lovers that come in on a regular basis. I got them meatloaf lovers. I got that chicken and dressing lovers. You know, so we, you know, we get a good support out here. We appreciate everybody who supported us and everybody who plans on supporting us. And if you ain't had a chance to get here, we appreciate you too. We know we got, you know, we know you, you're on our mind. But, you know, we got, a lot of times we pull up like today on barbecue. I mean, today and tomorrow we normally have police out front waiting for us to open up. I done had family members call and say, hey, is everything okay over there? I see all the police over there. Well, they got to eat too.
Right, they hungry.
You know, the fire department, everybody, you know, so we just kind of do our thing. And I thank everybody, all them first responders, people that's on the front line. We enjoy serving you. We appreciate veterans, everybody. We appreciate all y'all services that y'all do. And we're here to serve y'all in any way we can, because they one of the things that help keep our economy and our society the way it is. So Daddy Vic salutes you, and we love to see you when you come in.
So can we check out the food?
All right, let's check it out.
Yeah.
I think I got some chicken coming up now. I just heard my fry go off, so let me. We're gonna be able to check it out too. Of course, we late on right now in our service time. We're closing a few more hours, but we still got plenty up there. So if you want to come out and get your some, come on, because we normally sell out of everything. We already sold out our smothered pork chops, so sorry for anybody who want one of those. We cooked as much as we could today, but that's the nature of the business.
Yeah, when you're feeding the village, it's the best.
Yeah, and we try to keep our prices still competitive. We keep it down. You know everything is going up.
Yeah, everything.
So it's hard to get plasticware, styrofoamware. It's hard to get all that. So any of these places, I mean, if you look at some of these restaurants now, you might go to McDonald's and you might not get your food in a McDonald's bag no more. It might just be a plain bag. You know, you just can't afford to put logos and stuff on your stuff no more and expect to make a profit. So it's just kind of how things are right now. So they might have that set up for us down there. We'll go check out our steam table and see what we got. We do a cafeteria style service, so you come right through the line. I guess we can walk down through the line and show you how it is. I'm gonna hand that to you because I don't know if it needs to be on or off.
I'll demonstrate.
Come on down through our line. We try to build it to where we had enough space where if we had a long line, a long crowd of people, everybody can be on the inside instead of being on the outside waiting.
And who did this art?
That's Jalen. Jalen Stewart. Jalen Stewart does this. She does murals around the city. This is supposed to be me right here. And I think she might have caught it, but my beard one is long then. That's me. This is actually Victor Wright, which is my wife's father, my father-in-law. It's the one that passed away. We honor him, putting a halo around him. And so this is actually Daddy Vic, everybody. So this is our motto, where the food is so good. My wife is over here.
That's what my hair's put up in a ponytail, y'all.
That's one of the weekend styles right there. She normally brings that out on the weekend.
Every weekend, she come back Saturday, I'll be looking just like my picture.
That's what's up.
That's some nice work. That's some nice work.
So over here we got our liver and onions. We got some chicken just came up out of the window, some fried chicken. We keep it over here on the side and up under the heat lamp. The son's serving it up. We sell a lot of fried chicken. We do got all pieces. The wings always come up first, but dark meat and heavier meat comes up about 3 or 4 minutes after that. Mm-hmm. We got our Salisbury steak right here. We got our famous mac and cheese. It's my wife's recipe. She throws down on it. If you've been here before, you know something about that. We got our lemon pepper chicken. Behind that, we got our buffalo wings. We got our fried cabbage right here. Behind the fried cabbage, we got the green beans.
Let me shrink this down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Chris, push the steam, the things up on the steam table a little bit. Get too much steam up front. So we got our lemon pepper back right here. We got our buffalo chicken back here in the back. We got our Fried cabbage, that's one of our top sellers between fried cabbage and macaroni. Our green beans back there. These are the mashed potatoes that we make and mash here. Our sweet corn's back there. They're not ready to devour most of our peach cobbler. We make a few of those a day and go through all those. My wife's famous corn muffins.
Look at them corn muffins, man.
They pipe them out from scratch. Over here we got that's a homemade sweet tea right here. We brew this. We brew our tea in-house. We got our grape Kool-Aid. That's our recipe I was telling you about. Our lemonade sells off the chart. And then we got some Coke products in. So, you come in, we see 77 in our restaurant. So we got plenty of room for parties. If somebody wants to have a little event or whatnot. So this is Daddy Vic's for you. Come in and check us out.
Yeah, Shirley, we surely appreciate it. Surely appreciate you letting us come and interview you and see your establishment. And,
man, anytime,
salute you and every single one of your endeavors.
Appreciate you, man. Anytime. Thank you, Daddy Vic's. We out.